Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to connect with you one more time and welcome to Friday Story Time. It's a place where I share my personal stories, events, episodes to see that how we can get inspired from those stories and what we can learn, how we can see life in a different light altogether. So please write in comments from where you are joining and what is happening in your life. I'm always happy to learn that what you are learning, how you're growing. I'm always happy to hear from you. So let's start our story quickly. Today's story actually it happened, I think, almost 15 days or 1 month back. One day, one of the weekends, me and my husband, we thought we'll go out for lunch because we were quite busy and we did not make anything. My daughter did not join that day because she wanted to play with her friends and have lunch with them. So me and my husband, we went to a nearby restaurant, and the setup of the restaurant when we were sitting, it was like that. Uh, there was a family sitting there. The first, which were those they were having a small kids. They had a small child, maybe like 1 or 2 year old. Then our table was there, and the third there was a family of four people, two male and two female were there, and they were like 50 plus age probably. So the setup was like this, and we were sitting there, and the family with this small child, they were making the child was making like playing and making noise and like talking something in his or her own language. So it was really nice, and me and my husband, we were sitting and thinking, oh god, we are missing, like, usually my daughter comes out with us, but now as she's growing, she has her own preferences sometimes, and we do respect it. So we were missing her, and we were talking about her, and we say, oh, when she was small she used to do like this and she used to create a mess and all those things we were talking. And after a few moments I realized that the family who was sitting next to us at the end of the restaurant, they were really getting irritated, and subtle amount of microaggression had already started. They were talking among themselves that why parents don't care about children, why they are making so much noise. And I have seen some parents, they are so careful, they bring some colors and all to engage children. That was going on for quite some time. We ordered our food and we were waiting for food to come. By then I saw that one of the members, he turned his he turned his face and he started staring at them, and he started talking in a very loud noise, keep quiet and all that. They were not directly confronting, but yeah, they were sitting on their place and they were confronting, because so it was easy, very easy to make out that they were really not very comfortable with child making noise. I took a while to pick this story because this story had a profound impact on me. I was quite hurt with this whole episode, what was happening. And I was trying to figure out that what exactly has hurt me. So when I did the introspection and I realized that what is that something I want to share with you from this story. The first thing I want to share here is, please pay attention because it is related to life, and we all come across such situation in our life. The first and the most important thing which I realize is that it is not the situation that irritates us or makes us happy. It's our interpretation of the situation makes us feel the way we are feeling. For example, it was the same situation that the family with the child, they were trying to pacify child, and child wanted to play with utensils, so it was making noise. And finally, because of social pressure, they gave the phone and child was quiet. But the same situation was making us feel happy because we were thinking that situation as we were thinking about our daughter when she was young, she used to do, how much trouble she used to do. I remember once we went to a restaurant and she decided that she has to, because we bought new shoes for her, and she decided, she was, I think, 8 or 9 months old, and she said that she wanted, with her kids language, infant language, she said that she want to keep new shoes on the dining table. And this is how the kids behave. You never know how do they behave. So we were just talking about all this stuff, that what all naughty stuff she used to do when she was very young. The same situation, that's what was going on between me and my husband, and we were talking about it. But in that same situation, The family which was sitting, the four people, those who were sitting, they were really getting annoyed with the whole episode, and it was really clearly visible, and it was kind of aggression. If it would not have been UAE, I felt that they would have gone and hit that family with children. But because we are in UAE, and the law and order is so good, that they were just controlling their aggression. But of course, it was easily visible. So the point I'm trying to make is that it is not the situation, it is our interpretation. We interpreted the same situation in a different way, they interpreted the same situation in different way. How do we interpret? Based on our past experience, memory, belief system, lot of things are there. It's a very detailed topic. But in any situation, whenever you feel anger or frustration or anything, just take a step back and think, is this really the situation making me frustrated, or is this my interpretation because of some baggage I'm carrying with me? It's getting me frustrated for that situation. Before, I'm not saying that you are right or wrong, I'm just saying that take a moment, think before you react. Rather, you should respond. So if you give a moment and think about it, you will be responding rather than reacting. The second thing which I have taken from this story, and it's very important, is that it's not the situation that makes us angry, it's our interpretation. Along with that, who are the characters of that story, that event, that also makes a difference. I'll give you the example, very simple example it is. The same situation is there, a family with children, and family with infant, and infant is making noise. One family is there who's getting irritated with the whole noise episode and all. Now imagine the family with child is the boss family, is the family of the boss of this, the person, maybe some one of these people, those who are sitting there, and their kids are making this noise. Would that family, would you respond the way you would have responded for stranger? If that family is of the very important client of yours, or your team member, or your some of the relatives, and if they are making noise, would the response have been the same? We have to ask this question before we react on anything. Are the characters, if we replace character of the story, is your response going to change? If the answer is yes, this means you're taking the leverage of showing your frustration on a stranger. But the same situation, if it happens with a known person, you may not do it the same, or the vice versa. It could be this anything, right? So it's not the situation, but the characters in that situation, characters in that story. We have different expectation from characters. We take different leverage on responding or reacting to those characters. It's very simple. Like, I'll give another example. If the same thing is done by your daughter, is acceptable, but the daughter-in-law is not acceptable. If the same mess is done by my child, I accept it, but if anybody's else child is do, I get angry, right? So it depends on who is doing it. It's not the situation that frustrates us, it's not the character, it also depends on the character. And the third most important thing which I want you to leave with us, these four people were sitting, those who were getting frustrated with this whole episode. Imagine if they are there with somebody to whom they want to impress or create a good impression. It could be the person one of them wants to propose for marriage. It could be a big client with whom they want to deal, and they have brought their client for out for lunch, and they see this kind of episode. Would they have behaved in the same way? No, they would not have it. Why? They would have controlled their frustration and anger. Why? Because they want to create a good impression in front of their client, the person to whom they want to impress or create a good impression on them. So, in any situation where you feel frustrated, anger, or anything, mind three things. The first thing is really the situation making me frustrated, or it's my interpretation of it is making me frustrated? That's the first thing. Second thing, in that story, if I change character and put somebody who's very important to me, or to whom I want to impress, will this my interpretation will change, and my response will change? And the third important thing is that what impression I'm creating around me. If a very important person is sitting next to me, would I react the same way I'm reacting if that person is not there? Consider these three things before reacting. So your reaction will become a response. I hope you like this story and learned something from this. If you have any similar story, please share with me. And I really took time because this story had such a hurtful impact on me. Although I was in between two scenarios and I was analyzing the whole situation. And the restaurant where we went, we loved the food, but that day I did not finish it because I just wanted to get out of this whole mess of fighting and microaggression thing. So there is a lot we talk other than words, right? Have a lovely weekend. Enjoy your life. Please share your stories, and I'm always happy to connect with you and hear from you. Bye bye.